Or should I speak louder? And also give myself energy? All right, so I just want to say 2 or 3 things. One is, when we think of what's wrong with Kenya, let's think of Nairobi River, right? Because one of the shocking things was going to Kefera and seeing people washing clothes in very dirty, in a black river. But also think about, just think of Nairobi River, Kefera, or Kibera, and then there's a wall, and then on the other side there's a golf course. So I know what I'm wondering is whether the Kenyan elite really enjoy it. There must be a part of them that enjoys watching people suffer. At the same time, I'm coming from the US, right, where the poverty rate, you have 46 million poor people in the US, 46 million, above the population of Kenya. So as we're here, also think of black people in the US, think of black people everywhere. But also really, the one thing we should refuse is to have a government that has a slum like Kibera, right? I mean, we have had successive governments that have, sort of sustained it, right? So when we think about Kimathi, let's think about, and the Mau Mau, let's think about this constant betrayal of the people, right? So at some point we have to say we refuse. But I do want to say one thing. Let me stress that actually. No government should be in power if there's a slum like Kibera. I mean, that one should just refuse. And then to the youth, to the activists here, I want to really, really urge you not to allow yourself to be divided, right? We can't let the oppressors keep using the same playbooks and then us not learning. So I would say for the youth activists here, please unite for the sake of the country. Asante sana, thank you.
Asante sana Profesa Mukoma Wangugi. Makofi kwake. 3, 2, 1. Asante kwa kuja kwa hafla hii. Najua kwamba Mukoma Wangugi alikuwa safiri kwenda Marekani, lakini alibaki kwa hafla hii ili kuweza kuongelea mada yetu ya leo. Na sasa ndugu Buka Ngesa Umole kutoka chama cha kikomunisti cha Kenya, tafadhali endelea. Na pia ningependa mwasilishaji wa Ukweli Party hawe karibu. Ndugu Buka.
Thank you. Before, I just wanted to clarify that the Communist Party represented in this event is the Communist Party of majority, which are going to speak on behalf of it. And we do not have any arrangement with William Samoei Ruto's kleptocracy. That, this puppet of the West, we don't admire him. In fact, we hate him. In fact, every time we remember about the betrayal of our people, we don't just wish him bad, but we plan bad for him. So that is the clarification that I wanted to make, dear comrades. That those of us that are on the majority, we will continue to advance the genuine organization and push, the future of the Communist Party. In fact, the Communist Party did not start in 2019. The Communist Party has been part and parcel of the struggles of the Kenyan people. And for us, we just inherit that historical, duty to advance the struggle. For those who want to appropriate the party, we will defeat them. The second part is, of course, on Kimathi, Dedan Kimathi. Since his physical disappearance, Dedan Kimathi still lives. Every time we mobilize ourselves to fight this neo-colonial state, then whoever inspires us, that every time without a flinch, we are willing to sacrifice our lives and to martyr in the Kenyan streets, is the legacy of Dedan Kimathi. In the Communist Party of Kenya, we have 3 pillars of our struggle. One of them is to reclaim the legacy of our freedom fighters, the legacy of our revolutionaries, the legacy of those who actually sacrificed it all for us. And one of those people that we hold the flag high is the legacy of our fallen comrade Dedan Kimathi. We will continue that not just ourselves will not forget, but we will make sure that our children and our grandchildren and our descendants do not forget the sacrifices that have been played by our leaders in the Land Freedom Army. The third point, comrades, that I wanted to make is on the Kenyan left. You know, today the Communist Party could have its challenges. The Kenyan left can have its challenges. But we must remember that unity is a product of struggle. We have to struggle to be united. It is not an artificial unity. This is not a love arrangement between a girl and a boy or between brothers and sisters. There are instrumental things that we must achieve to drive this unity. First of all, there has to be, for example, here we cannot talk of an ideological program to unite us, but we can talk of a minimum program that will continue to unite the left. And also we should continue to learn from the previous initiatives of the United Front that have failed. Because if we want to say that we want to unite for the sake of unity, what use will be a united Communist Party to the working class if the unity is only based on opportunism and revisionism? What use will be a united Kenya left if that united Kenya left, it is infiltrated by imperialist agents who only want to disrupt the organizing power of the Kenyan left? What kind of unity is that, comrades? Comrade Sefosani, thank you very much for reminding me to make the third point, which is also very important, comrades, because we struggle for unity. And this struggle for unity is based on struggle of ideas. In the Kenyan left, what we are saying is that we don't want to be united just for the sake of it. We do not want to be mobilized for an event to produce a movement without legs, comrades. We do not want, comrades, to be dictated for from the up to down, because that is where the problem starts of disunity. I applaud you, comrades, that when we started the KLM movement.
Ndugu, itakuwa ni mbaya sana kwa wengine ambao waliongea kwa dakika mbili. Tafadhali malizia ukihitimisha.
Asante sana.
Wengine waweze kuongea pia.
Asante sana.
Kwa sababu mimi natoka chama chako, ndugu, inakaa ni kama tunafanya corruption. Kwa hivyo nakusihi tumalize ili wengine pia waweze kuja.
Asante sana, Comrade Sefosani. The point that I wanted to make is that we must learn from the previous unity that we have had that has failed. Those unity have failed not because of the dishonesty among the people who came together, but because they were actually planned to fail, comrades. Today, the point I wanted to make, when we started Kongamano la Mageuzi, there were, in the run-up for the last general elections, I can see comrades who are seated here that we planned that movement. Unfortunately, those people who abandoned the movement to join the kleptocracy of Ruto or the corrupt opposition are here to us to say, thank you very much, we want to unveil another movement. Comrades, let us stop all this hypocrisy in the left. If we want to unite and unite from below, we do not want only to celebrate unity when a few people want us united. The unity of the Kenyan left, we must join an organization and bring all those organizations to leverage on accountability, comrades. Comrades and friends, there is no celebrity activist. That is the second thing I wanted to say. The second last thing I wanted to say.
Ndugu, umeongea point tatu na ningeomba kwamba 30 seconds tafadhali tumalizie ili wengine waendelee. Asante
sana ndugu Sefosani. Namalizia kidogo tu. But if you keep distracting me, then the flow of thought is not there.
Comrade, in the spirit of respect for the people who are here and the other organizations, kindly just wrap up and then we can proceed.
Death imperialism, death. Death to imperialism, death. We have revolutionary spaces and we have corporate spaces. In corporate spaces is where we interrupt people because we want to create a scene. But in revolutionary spaces, we do not interfere when people are advancing a pro-people movement, comrades. I will request that we move in that order. Because if we keep interrupting, then we do not want to succeed in moving the point. So I feel after that debacle, unity of the left, the Communist Party of Kenya of the majority had a meeting with several organizations, including the Working Committee of Social Justice Centers, including the Revolutionary Socialist League, including several other organizations, even the Organic Intellectual, to try and come up with a document of unity that can help us to move forward. The reason why we were saying that that consultation to come with the document must start from the grassroots, but not from the top. Those who want to unveil documents, the era of philosophers that were isolated thinkers that knew everything is gone, comrades. Finally, united, in fact, a united front. I wanted to say that within the PASA initiative and those that we have been involved in this struggle, we have no sectarianism between the old guard and the new comrades. We must never support that. That is a strategy to divide the Kenyan left. We know that the old people have the experience and the knowledge to advance this revolution. We know that the young people have the energy. So that particular unity must not be reduced to sectarianism of old guard and new people. Comrades and friends, today we do not want to pervert the day of Dedan Kimathi to advance certain things that will not concretely unite the left. Even those who say that the Communist Party of Kenya should be united, we have a solid reply to them that unity of the Communist Party of Kenya must be based on a pro-people movement and only singularity of ideology and not other things. Finally, comrades. All power to the people, all power. So comrades, with all the politeness, I want to say I am sorry to the people. I am sorry to the people.
People are just finished. Let it finish.
Thank you, comrades. In the struggle, we will find what we want. If we don't struggle, we don't get anything. Comrades, I will just want to urge all of us that we are stronger united today, but that unity should be based on a clear pro-people political program that is supported by organizations that are doing the real work in terms of mobilization. Those who want to support those initiatives, comrades and friends, all the 18 organizations under PASA are willing to debate to advance a pro-people movement. That is all I will want to say. Thank you very much, dear comrades, and I wish you a happy Kimathi Day.